One of the aspects in the research project, in the research work that we've done, is that the quality of dragon fruit is pretty much determined at the time of harvest. Once you harvest the fruit, the quality of the fruit, the flavor starts declining. So when you harvest the fruit, it's really important for optimum quality. And one of the recommendations that we normally give growers or backyard growers is that they should harvest the fruit at 2/3 color, because one of the big problems that we see in Southern California is that most people harvest the fruit too late. They let it to go full color on the plant, and at that time the fruit has lost all the acidity, and so the flavor is kind of bland. So what do we mean by 2/3? When you look at a fruit, you can see that there is a blend of green and red. So when we say 2/3 is when the color red is kind of overpowers the green. This variety is Haley's Comet. The color will change with the varieties, but in the case of Haley's Comet, I think this is an optimum time to harvest this fruit. This is a variety called American Beauty. We can see that the fruit is way too green to harvest. But this fruit in particular, you want to pick it early enough because the fruit is very sensitive, very prone to bruising, and it also scratches very easily. So you want to harvest it at the right time. In this case, this is an American Beauty, and this fruit, as far as we're concerned, we think it is past the maturity. But if you harvest it, I mean, still shows some green, and it's still okay to harvest. This is another piece of fruit on a physical graffiti. And as you can tell, this fruit is in full sun, and the bracts, you tend to see a more uniform coloration of the fruit and the bracts. So this is more in line with what we want to see color-wise. It's more uniform. This is kind of an ideal ripen stage, ideal stage, to harvest this variety. This is Delight. You can see that there is a lot of red, but there is also a lot of green mixed in the fruit. This fruit has some Guatemalenses in it, so you want to harvest it. Again, 2/3, and that will maximize the fruit quality and taste. This is a variety called Lisa. This is another Nicaraguan selection, which is showing more color than 2/3. Nicaraguan varieties, red flesh, the dark red varieties, they are more acidic, so you can afford to let them go to almost full color. As a matter of fact, you will benefit. The flavor will be better if you let them go to full color. As far as harvesting goes, sanitize your equipment. Sanitation is really important, especially if you want to prevent the spread of diseases or viruses or any other problems. Again, get behind the fruit, stick your pruning shears in, and make a nice clean cut. Remove the excess material. And there you go. That's kind of what you want to see. A clean cut without damaging to the base of the fruit. And then we simply remove the flower, the dry flower end, and clean up a little bit. And this is an ideal fruit for packaging. This seals up, dries up, and it will preserve keep some of the moisture inside the fruit as well. Reviewing what we talk about color. On the Nicaraguan varieties, this is the ideal color that you'd like to see. On the pink varieties, this is the stage of the kind of a coloration that you want to see. And on the white flesh varieties as well, this is kind of what you want to see. So you can see that this variety still got a lot of green left, probably a little bit past 2/3 color, but as our general guide, this is kind of what you want to do. White flesh varieties typically is more critical to pick them with 2/3 because they have no acidity. So if you let them go up to full color, they will be definitely bland. The pink flesh varieties, they have a lot more flavor, so you can afford to go past this stage. But again, for post-harvest quality, you want to harvest them right at this stage because they will give you a longer shelf life. On the Nicaraguan selections, you can afford to, that's kind of almost full color, but you can afford to even let them go a little bit more because they have more acidity, and the flavor typically will be enhanced because the acidity will be lower if you pick them right at between 2/3 and full color. So I hope this helped you guys pick the best quality dragon fruit that you grow.